They aren't a 19-year-old software engineer. So I don't see how he would make the nomination list, but then again, this is a Donald Trump presidency, so who knows? As for big balls, which I can't believe we have to say on the TV show, but here we are in 2025, I mean, what happened to him was horrible, and I wish him a speedy recovery. Everybody should. But the people who typically receive the Medal of Freedom have decades of public service or storied careers under their belts. They aren't a 19-year-old software engineer.
Gibson, what's going on, man?
Well, no, what?
28, died in a hospital, died in a nursing home. Who cares? They died.
Notorious.
They died.
Too busy to hate. This guy got shot.
Whatever car we need so they can get the space.
Doing a live.
So now you, oh no, we can't do that. No, you just gotta find somewhere else to park. Who the fuck is you talking to? You feel me? Like, who the fuck is you talking to?
Talking to you, homeboy.
Talking like that. Like, that be the shit, and that's what make a motherfucker be wanting to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up? Hell no.
Boom, one shot, dead. One shot, dead. Stole his chain, too.
At Garrett.
General Flynn's in Washington, D.C. Well, if that was the... If you want the guy who knows the DS and where all the bodies are buried, this is the guy you want to talk to.
Wilson, why are you in Washington, D.C.? That's for me to know and for you to find out. At Garrett Wilson.
What's
I'm
he
in
doing
Washington
in Washington?
because I'm planting my flag
Me too.
here,
Gibson just working.
and I want people to know that I am not going to give up.
Last night related to the Russiagate hoax.
She's doing a great job, by the way. That was another fake story. I'm very happy with the job she's doing. That's right. They declassified some terrible documents talking about Democrats and what they did. Radical left lunatics.
They showed that then DNI James Clapper sent out emails to IC officials saying that it would be a team sport to push then the debunked 2017 ICA report and that it might need them to compromise on their normal modalities. What's your reaction to the latest declassification? And in your view, sir, what does real accountability look like for the players?
It's incredible what we're finding. Absolute proof of guilt. And we'll see what happens. But Clapper and Comey and that whole group of criminals, they're criminals. And they made it very tough. You know, they did the fake Russia witch hunt that lasted for 2 years. And I got totally exonerated. There was no doubt about it. They should have done it in 1 day, not 2 years. But there was a whole scheme to try and demean Trump so that I couldn't win an election. And that is a criminal group of people. They're sick people, and they're criminals, and they should be taken care of.
Should be taken care of.
Wing of the party is scared to death of the moon wing. They won't speak up, and they don't stand for anything anymore. All they stand for is whatever is against whatever President Trump stands for. That's why we find ourselves in the extraordinary position of mainstream Democrats have now come out firmly and passionately in favor of crime in Washington, D.C. Why? Because Trump is trying to do something about it.
Chucky Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, they are, quote, minority leaders in name only. They'll never stand up to that wing, will they?
No, but they could. And I don't mean any disrespect. I don't know Mr. Jeffries that well. I know Senator Schumer very well. So I say this with respect. Chuck and Hakeem need to go to Amazon, buy some testicles, and stand up for the loon wing of their party. And until they're willing to do that...
Shut up, Kennedy. You ain't doing shit up there neither.
No, you got fired for scamming your students out of $120,000. I'm going to let her tell you what she said she was doing, and then I'm going to show you the truth with receipts.
I designed a kick-ass course to teach my 600 students about basic self-awareness, empathy, and essential communication.
You can tell she's crazy by the glasses she has on. Chapman.
Skills for life, but I mean, basically being a good human.
Now, let me tell you what she actually did. She designed a college course that required you pay to join her patriarchy rebellion community for the low, low price of $99 a year. Remember, she has 600 students. Now, since she was teaching at a business school, you might think that the patriarchy rebellion community is about succeeding in business. It's about communicating well in business. Nah, according to her, it's a safe place to coordinate our efforts to burn everything to the fucking ground. This is her saying this. Also, according to her, 100% of the membership fees are donated to Planned Parenthood. But here's something even funnier about that. Her web pages say different things that she was doing with the money. On her GoFundMe, it says she was using the funds to buy herself a Rebellion RV. Her website states that 100% of the membership fees are used for awareness, education, and activism for a bully-free future. And of course, we already saw the Facebook post where she says it's going to Planned Parenthood. And because she had been running this scam since 2022, she's raked in more than $120,000 in membership fees, all for a community that, as she said, is to coordinate our efforts to burn everything to the fucking ground. So no, you didn't get fired for being a woke professor. You got fired because you were scamming your students out of $120K.
Is directing the Justice Department to investigate Act Blue. This is a Democratic
Act
donation
Blue
platform, and the focus as the allegations about illegal straw donors and foreign contributions. Mark Meredith is live in Washington with more. This has been brewing for a while, Mark. What do we need to know?
Dana, for years, you're right about this, but this is a big development. The White House is directing the Attorney General to investigate the Democrat Party's top fundraising platform. It's called Act Blue, and the president says he wants to know if foreign money is being donated to the group and then utilized to sway elections. Democrats are calling this probe a dangerous abuse of power.
President Trump is directing the Justice Department to investigate Act Blue. This is a Democratic
Act
donation
Blue's under
platform.
investigation.
And the focus as the...
Gabbard declassified more documents last night related to the Russiagate hoax.
She's doing a great job, by the way. That was another fake story. I'm very happy with the job she's doing. That's right. They declassified some terrible documents talking about Democrats and what they do. Radical left lunatics.
It showed that then DNI James Clapper sent out emails to IC officials saying that it would be a team sport to push then the debunked 2017 ICA report and that it might need them to compromise on their normal modalities. What's your reaction to the latest declassification? And in your view, sir, what does real accountability look like for the players?
It's incredible what we're finding.
Lock 'em up.
Proof of guilt. And we'll see what happens. But Clapper and Comey and that whole group of criminals, they're criminals. And they made it very tough. You know, they did the fake Russia witch hunt that lasted for 2 years. And I got totally exonerated. There was no doubt about it. They should have done it in 1 day, not 2 years. But it was a whole scheme to try and demean Trump so that I couldn't win an election. And that is a criminal group of people. They're sick people, and they're criminals, and they should be taken care of.
Broken some new news. This has just come out from the Associated Press.
Losing mind over the harm since they failed to buy or blackmailing.
Sorry, I want something to eat. I would like something to eat. Let me tell you something, man. You are not welcome in this island. I'm coming, you Jew-hating piece. Hey, Mr. Mandandy, can I talk to you? This is my island. You're not welcome here, fuck. Excuse me. You hate Jews. You hate this country. You hate this. You get shot for the
receiving reports that the lady who chased the illegal immigrant out of her vulnerable sister's home in Canary Wharf is now being arrested. This some England bullshit. They over there. About time for rebellion.
I dedicated myself and did exactly what you wanted me to do. Please bless me with the best possible existence any man on earth could have. God is sitting there waiting for somebody to put their hand up and say, look, I work harder than the others. Look, I've tried harder than everyone else. I worked on the days I was sick.
Yeah, but no brain. What am I? Penis?
Now Fox News getting in a...
Raised at Los Angeles along Figueroa Street, a known hub for sex work. Uh-oh! Sex work! And arresting 10 sex traffickers and rescuing 4 victims, including a minor.
Exclusive look into the federal investigation of a human trafficking ring in Los Angeles, California.
Y'all boys better keep them things in your britches.
Agents raided an area of downtown LA that is infamous for sex work. Matt Finn along for the ride to see what he saw live in LA up early this morning today. Matt, good morning.
Hi, Bill. Here in Los Angeles,
look at that clean cut CIA agent right there. Clean cut.
Around Figueroa Street. So as you know, I came out as trans, so I'm a trans man, and I would just like to be treated like any other man. So would you be willing to? Okay, yeah, we'll just treat you like one of us. Great. So I was thinking that we could go around and talk about the stresses and pressures of being a man, so that we could get out our feelings and kind of just talk through all these problems. That's kind of gay. I'm not gay. I'm trans. That's not what it is. No, not because you're trans. It's because you're talking about like feelings and stuff. Oh, so what do you do when you're like really stressed out and like depressed and angry and upset and everything? Like as a man, what do you do? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take all of that stress and you're just gonna push it down. Like,
push it down in the
shove
bottom.
it down real deep and like keep it tight. That doesn't seem healthy at all. That seems really, really bad, actually. And then sometimes it'll leak out via punching holes in walls or getting really upset when you can't find your car keys. Is that not really, really bad for you, though? No. Like, we're gonna die earlier. Like, we're gonna die before women will. So wouldn't it be better if we, as men, just talked about our feelings a little bit? No. Because I'm not gay.
Gay guys talking about their feelings. That's what Abigail said the other day. You need to talk to somebody. I don't need to talk to nobody.
In 2016, a group of independent researchers gathered at a salt flat in Bolivia, one of the flattest surfaces on Earth. Their mission, to test something that's rarely questioned, but absolutely foundational. How far can you see before the curve takes it all away? According to the globe model, Earth curves at 8 inches per mile squared. That means objects should disappear from view beyond a certain distance, hidden by the curve. So they set out with lasers, high zoom cameras, and infrared tech. Their goal wasn't to prove anything, just to measure how far light and sight could travel in open, uninterrupted space. They placed a laser just 3 feet above the surface. According to globe math, it should have been invisible beyond 6 miles, but the beam remained visible at 10 miles, then 15, then over 20. No curvature blocked it.
Butch, how'd that work
they
out?
filmed distant buildings, boats, and islands across large lakes, sometimes 30, 40, even 100 miles away. According to the globe model, these objects should have been hidden behind hundreds of feet of Earth's curve. But the entire structure, base to top, remained visible. No atmospheric bending, no magic refraction, just direct line of sight.
More or less.
Are you a man or a woman?
I'm asking you. Do I deserve more or less?
Well, probably less.
Even now, when my voice is lower than yours?
Even less now. Because women only get in line when you have other women in line. Now I know that... What was that?
He said you're not welcome on campus, prick.
Oh, look at this guy. Nice shorts. Nice shorts.
Hey, I have another question. Do you know who invented Wi-Fi? Like the technology for Wi-Fi?
Let me guess, a woman?
Well, yeah, so if it wasn't for a woman, your podcast, you wouldn't have one, and it wouldn't have gotten demonetized.
Oh, good one. Yeah, so here's the thing. We do direct connect on our pod, so...
I don't care.
Wi-Fi's... Oh, now it's I don't care. Okay, great.
Hello, sir?
Make sure to hit the gym as well.
Sir?
Hit the gym, fat girl.
Hey, just being honest, man.
Hit the gym, fat girl.
Yeah, look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Sir,
hey,
you're here to
the
have
girls aren't gonna fuck you, man.
I'm trying to have one with you.
Like the girls aren't gonna fuck you, bro. White knighting is not gonna do it.
Okay, hi. Hi. Would you like to have an actual conversation?
This is fucking awesome.
The way you opened your show, there's no better description of what the conspiracy is. It's a conspiracy to protect potential of Democrats from potential criminal prosecution, and then to violate the civil liberties and privacy and reputations of innocent Republicans to create an alternate story to protect political interest, meaning what's going to happen in the election. That's what it is. It's not more complicated than that. I know people say, oh, a conspiracy case is going to be complicated. No, it's really not. We protected Democrats, and the cycle is Hillary has two problems. Email, now corruption. We can prove that was active at the time. Hunter Biden's got corruption in taxes, and by the way, the first evidence of that comes in March through May of 2016, and then 2019 it's Hunter Biden a lot more, and so we impeach the president, and we have the government actually creating stories that I think we will prove were false, and then in 21 they find Joe Biden's classified documents at UPenn office in Washington and his garage, and they got to make Donald Trump look like he's the classified guy first before they can let the cat out of the bag that Joe Biden has the same problem. It's a wash, rinse, and repeat cycle, and in the course of that, two potential crimes are occurring. Obstruction of legitimate investigations, those are overt acts of a conspiracy, and then the violation of innocent people's civil liberties to create a political ruse. That is where I believe the grand conspiracy case is headed. I now believe that there are multiple grand juries that have begun work around this country in multiple jurisdictions outside of Washington where evidence is now being gathered.
You do? You
I do.
Can report that, or you have reason to believe that?
Nope, I have confirmed witnesses and who've had contact with the grand jury. So there are grand jurors in multiple locations. Some of those are in Virginia. I believe one is going to begin based on early discussions in Pennsylvania. There may be one in New York. And so the activity has begun. And the question now is, and those are probably not going to be the indicting locations. I think the more likely thing is you use multiple grand juries just to make it easy to gather lots of information quickly. That's the way strike forces work. And then you keep working from there. But there are multiple locations where pieces of this are being looked at. And maybe the grand jurors don't even know it's a grand conspiracy, just looking at some of the overt acts in one of these chapters of this sad story. But that is going on. And I think it's going to be a process, right? It's going to be a 6-month process. I don't know the reason yet. I wish I knew. I don't know the reason. I mean, there's lots of, it could be related to the 2020 election.
Yeah, that's where my mind went.
Yeah. So we don't know yet. I just know that certain witnesses have been contacted about acceptance of grand jury subpoenas, and they're in different locations. So the process is beginning, but it's a long process. And, we won't know a lot about if the Justice Department does the right thing. Unlike the Obama and Biden Justice Departments that leaked anything, the grand jury process will be unbelievably secret and will be masked from it, because that's the way the process is supposed to work. In the meantime, we have an opportunity through the Freedom of Information Act and through our perches as reporters to go out and try to get the story for the American people so they can understand why this is going on. The Democrats who didn't care about going after a president when it was the Republican are going to start crying, this is payback, this is retribution. We need Americans to understand it's not payback and retribution. There are legitimate legal questions here.
Crimes.
Going to come in and outbid a family of 4 who wants to buy this home, grow that family to 6, get a new job, and contribute to the community. Blackstone has done nothing for our country. Everyday Americans built this country. They deserve single-family homes, not private equity giants. We did not sign up for a country
making Los Angeles a safer place. Since we won't have politicians that'll do that, we do that ourselves. So that's why we're here today, as you can see. Already making it a safer place. We're glad to be here, not going anywhere.
And the governor's inside right there.
I don't know where he's at.
He's about 100 feet behind us. Do you have any comment for him or anything?
Again,
any message?
We're making Los Angeles and California a safer place. We're going to continue to do that. And they can take that one to the bank and cash it. Thank you.
President of the bank.
This is the problem with debating with pathological liars than him. It's like trying to nail jelly to the wall. It's messy, it's pointless, and everybody watching knows that you're wasting your time. Pathological liars don't argue with you. They argue to exhaust you, right? The whole point is to drag you into pointless and a maze of circular logic that you either give up or you lose your temper, right? You present evidence, they question the source. You give them the sources are biased. You show them video footage, the footage is taken out of context. You give them the context, it's complicated. For them, truth is not a destination. Truth is a moving target, right? Everything can be always debated, including gravity, right? Reality for them is another opinion. War crimes becomes allegation, genocide becomes a conflict, dead children becomes casualties in a very sad, complex situation. Words have no meaning anymore, right? So they do all of that while maintaining this calm, reasonable demeanor, you know, like him. He has like a resting genocide face. Like, you know, it's like crazy, right? They're here to waste time while people die. So you don't debate with pathological liars.
Facts.
The missing children in Virginia right now. It has now gone up to 50 missing children in the last 2 weeks. If you read this, it says something is happening in Virginia. If you look at the missing kids reports, no Amber Alerts have been issued for the kids. Over 50
missing kids in America. In Virginia.
To deploy the National Guard to D.C. to bring safety to the streets. And then you have the lame-ass Democrats protesting against it. Y'all are the most in-the-way-ass people I've ever seen in my goddamn life, I swear. You guys love chaos. You don't want peace. If you wanted peace, you wouldn't have democratic sanctuary cities where you're giving illegal immigrants $30,000 to buy homes. If you wanted peace, you wouldn't thrive off illegal immigration. You trying to gaslight us like the crime is down? Motherfucker, we see it. We're on social media. I'm from the state of California. Moved out 10 years ago. You want to know why? Because of homelessness and fucking crime. The stores are gone too. You know why? Because they can't handle the goddamn shrinkage, motherfucker.
Is more than a disappointment. Donald Trump brings this country so much shame and embarrassment. And I would say the same thing if it was a Democratic president. As you guys should probably know at this point, I have no loyalty to either party.
Both parties suck.
So they've got a long way to go. And I think it's just grossly incompetent, but not quite as incompetent as his decision not to do interest rates, take down interest rates, because just like they shouldn't have taken down a ceiling, they should take down interest rates. Every point costs us $360 billion a year. Think of that, $360 billion for 1 point. And we should be down at 1% because we're the leader of the world. We were always the lowest interest rate until like a certain time ago, decade, couple. But we were always, because we were the United States of America. So even if the country was run badly, we were considered like to be super prime. And now he's got us in a bad place. So we're paying $360 billion a year for each point. Now, I believe we should be 3 or 4 points lower. So that's over $1 trillion we pay every year in interest. And it's really just a paper calculation. You sign a document and you save almost $1 trillion because that number equates very much to the bonds that we have to buy. But despite that, we're powering through it, and we have the greatest economy maybe we've ever had. But the housing sector, people aren't able to get good mortgages. They're paying too much because of Jerome Too Late Powell. He's
Jerome Too Late Powell.
And we'll be making another. We put a very good man in temporarily in the one.
We got two hardcore people in here. Don't know where the rest of them are. Combe, McCabe, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Randall Rushing, Hope hates President Trump. Now pretending to be a journalist, trying to rebrand her image from a radical, liberal, deep state, crooked FBI agent, legally spied on Americans. What's up with them teeth? You need to do something with them things, girl. Put them back in your mouth.
QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon. QAnon.
QAnon.
QAnon. QAnon. QAnon. QAnon. I've talked to QAnon. There's only about 5-6 people.
Ain't no such a thing as QAnon.
People have actually been posting. I've talked to QAnon, and they're saying QAnon is no longer QAnon. So, Dr. Corsi, tell us about your angle on this. With people that have been involved in QAnon, they say, hey, that's been taken over. We're unable to post anymore. That's not us anymore. And then Corsi was right on the same line 2 days ago in private conversations we had, saying, I've talked to QAnon. I've talked to QAnon. I've talked queuing up.
And if I said to you that I've spent 1.5 hours talking to the real Q,
you're a liar.
then that's exactly who I've been speaking to. And in fact, Becky was also on that call with me. That was
Because you're lying! Because you're full of shit! That's why! Because every goddamn thing out of your people's mouths doesn't come true. And it's always, oh, there's energy, and oh, now we're done with Trump. You said he was the Messiah! You said he was invincible! You said it was all over! That we're all going to Gitmo! Now, oh, he's part of a larger thing of Q. I will not suffer your Q people after this. I knew what you were day one, and I know what you are now, and I'm sick of it! I'm sick of all these witches and warlocks and pumpkin possums and everything.
Where does it get you? Banned off social media. Stand for what's right. I'm not saying to be a coward for what's right, but it's a hoax. It's a psyop. And I don't know if it's ego. I don't know if people are naive. I don't know if it's like a low IQ thing, or I don't know if people are just so egotistical. A low IQ thing, low IQ, low IQ, low IQ.
And let's clear this right up because I know there are a lot of people that kind of have heard different explanations. You are not a medical doctor of any kind, correct?
No, I'm not.
Okay, and this was some kind of, you claim, a mistake on the part of the people who gave you your driver's license. Is that correct?
You can call it a mistake. What happened was, when I applied for my driver's license when I think I was around 20 years old, for a change of address, I ticked the doctor box and it came back with doctor on.
So why did you do that?
Stayed there ever since.
So why did you click the doctor box?
To get some...
I clicked the doctor box because I found out from somebody else that you could actually get away with parking tickets in the UK if you were a doctor, because you just say you were on call. And as 40 years ago, that seemed like a bit of fun.
Okay. Now...
You're playing the system.
But I'm with you in the sense that trust the plan is don't do anything. That's all trust the plan says to me. Don't do anything. All right, okay, I'll sit back and nothing will change then. But a lot of these people are kind of, I don't know. But then there's a small handful, Dad, and I've seen a few of them on social media when you say stuff. They're militant. They're like cult, like defend QAnon to the death. And it's quite odd to watch.
Yeah, well, the thing is, Gaz, what do cults do? Well, these cults that are about end of the world cults. This is the way these psyops work. And like I say, the vast majority
Robert Downtown Brown,
Alex
Jones, 2028.
whole QAnon theme won't be part of the psyop.
I was going to go Nick Fuentes, 2028.
In terms of operational, they'll be people who just believe it and really want it to be true.
Look at them, lovers. Alex Jones and David Icke.
Must be through the roof. Ego.
You know that ex who really upset you, who broke your heart, and she has a new man now and she seems happy? She wouldn't be happy if you got a lot richer. If you got a bunch richer after you broke up, in better shape and famous. If she saw you and goes, wow, he didn't have a six-pack and arms like that when I was with him. He didn't drive a car like that when I was with him. Look at him now. I really wish I didn't leave him and go with this other guy. I wish I stayed with him. Before you know it, she'd hate her current husband and want you back. Success is the best revenge. It's the best revenge on your school teachers who didn't believe in you. It's the best revenge on your boss who used to boss you around. It's the best revenge on all those women who don't fucking reply to you anymore. It's the revenge on everyone. It's the cure-all, the silver bullet. The only thing you have to focus on is winning. If you win everything. You don't have to play all these little games. You don't have to try and get your ex back or upset her or be petty or send her stupid fucking messages. You need to fucking get rich. Then all of the work is done. You know that ex who really upset you, who broke your heart, and she has a new man now?
yourself tip. Are you gonna lay your steps out? He didn't even check and see which way the crown was on that board. This is a fake ass carpenter.
One is a lot of the cities with the most crime in the country are led by Republicans. This is not just a Democratic city problem. So the president doesn't talk about those, but there are a lot around the country in that list of murders, violent crimes that are Republican-led. Number two, I've lived in Washington.
We got us a fat lemon drop out here.
2006, in the Washington, D.C. area and in Washington itself. Of course we should have fewer carjackings, fewer crime. I believe that. You don't put a federal agent checkpoint on 14th Street in Washington, D.C., which is what happened last night. That is not the locus of crime in Washington, D.C. That's where, senators and congresspeople and people that work in the White House go to dinner. They put a federal checkpoint on 14th Street and stopped every car.
Sounds like that's where all the crooks are.
That is not actually addressing the crime problem in Washington. So while I hope they make Washington safer, I hope they make all of these places safer. That's not how to do it. That's performative. And the third point I would make, as a Washingtonian for many decades, is that it is very rich to say we are going to charge the sandwich thrower with a felony.
Felony.
When I was
Assault and
there
officer.
on January 6th, and all of those people that assaulted police officers got pardoned. Not just the nonviolent ones, not just the ones that went into the Capitol. Everyone, including the ones that went after police officers, got pardoned. So don't tell me we care, that this administration cares about protecting police officers when they did not care about those on January 6th.
Respectfully, can we just stay?
But they got pardoned. No, those were police officers, Emily, and they got pardoned.
Can I talk about D.C. for a second?
But that was in D.C. That was in D.C. Those were D.C. police officers.
Can I just start with the fact checking on what you said?
Those were D.C. police officers.
So the top 10 cities, for murder in 2025, St. Louis, Missouri. Who's leading it?
Where's cities like Memphis, Nashville?
Memphis is second. You said
Memphis. Nashville.
You said a vast majority, a lot of.
I
You
said
said
a lot
those
of.
were okay. Top 10.
Okay.
St. Louis, Memphis. One for your column. Baltimore, Detroit, New Orleans, Little Rock.
Little Rock, right? A
Two
lot
for your column. Two.
Okay.
2 out of the 10.
Who's
We're not
the
even.
mayor of New
Okay,
Orleans?
listen.
That
Oakland.
one that was in first class headed to France
Oakland,
that got
Cleveland,
corruption charges.
Cleveland.
Tacoma, and Kansas City.
So how many of those are red states? Ohio's a red state.
Not the
Kansas
state.
is a red
Majority
state.
Mayor of the city.
Talking about the cities,
You were
right?
talking about the city. I'm just listening to what you said.
I said cities that are red. Some of those are, and almost all of those are in states that are led by Republicans.
But who's in
Yeah, but
charge of the city?
The city runs their criminal
In
justice
part-
system.
no, not
Furthermore, that's
entirely.
the
But
district
wait.
attorney
The
is the
majority-
one who makes the call as to
But
what's
can I
going to be
just say,
prosecuted.
The president was
Furthermore,
right.
They got you, lemon drop. And you need to do some crunches there, girl. That thing looks padded right there. She's blonde.
Because that's what they're doing, right? Common
I do
sense.
support it, yeah.
Okay, so why do you support a country that is killing innocent 5-year-old girls?
It's not that they're okay.
It is that they're killing.
Do
You could, like I said, you could literally go see a video on the internet of Israel dropping bombs on an elementary school, and then they are inflamed, they're in fire, and they're falling to pieces. Meanwhile, there's the figures of children running around in the school that's on fire, dying. Like I know that's uncomfortable, but that's what's happening. That's what you support, and you're avoiding that fact.
I'm not avoiding that.
See, that's the one thing that I could come together with Democrats on, or leftist liberal nut jobs, is the Israelis killing all these kids. I can see it. But you ain't seeing it. I see the videos. And I hate to be right here with these guys that are calling for that. Because they're fucking retarded. But they're not on this.
So then address it head on. How can you support a country that is doing that?
Do you support the United States?
I support the United States. I'll answer your question after you answer my question.
Well, no, it's a legitimate question because
It's a question that is being used as a
deflection
deflection away from what I'm asking you. You have not addressed the substance of this conversation the whole time you've been on here, and this is what happens every single time I get a pro-Israel Zionist in this live. Y'all don't answer the questions, y'all don't address reality, y'all just try to weasel your way through the facts, because for whatever reason...
And then bring up Hitler. Hitler was a hero, baby.
You think you have a moral obligation to support an apartheid genocidal state. It's insane to me. It should be common sense that we should not that we should not be supporting these things. It's obvious. It's so obvious. Manufactured stage 5 famine onset by Israeli blockades on food and water. Should it support Israel? Wiping out and killing all of the remaining Al Jazeera press members in Gaza 2 days after they passed legislation to ethnically cleanse and annex the rest of Gaza. Should it support Israel? You know, like for instance, I'll frame this in a different sense, and hopefully we could have you understand here. Okay, Russia and Ukraine. Imagine if Russia passed legislation to take control over the totality of Ukraine, and then systemically starved the Ukrainians for 4 months to weaken them by blocking trade and water routes into the country, specifically dropped bombs on hospitals, schools, and churches, and took out all of the remaining journalists on the strip in press tickets. Would you ever support Russia if they did those things to Ukraine?
No. Did Ukraine attack Russia and threaten to kill all Russians?
Oh, so now you're saying Ukraine as a whole. So you think that all Palestinians are culpable for what Hamas has said?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so then a counter question would not be, did Ukraine say these things? Because when you say Ukraine, you'd indicate all Ukrainians.
I mean, did the Ukrainian government say, hey, let's unalive all the Russians?
And this guy's a nut job. He's a leftist liberal, but I agree with it.
Let's attack them at a festival and take them hostage and kill their babies.
Assuming that they did, would you still support Russia if they did all of those things to the innocent Ukrainians?
I would think that Ukraine would no longer have any sort of viable claim to be right and keep their land and keep their government.
Ah, so you do indeed think that the innocent Palestinians are culpable for the statements and actions of some Hamas members?
No.
Okay, well then why did you just tell me that the innocent Ukrainians would be culpable and responsible for the actions of some members within the Ukrainian government? Because you just told me that you and Russia would be in the wrong for systemically starving and killing innocent Ukrainians if their government didn't launch threats against Russians or attacks on Russians. But now you're telling me if some members of their government did launch attacks and threats on Russians, then the innocent Ukrainians would not have a right to live or to said land. And I think that's the big issue with your view here, is that you're telling me that you think that all Palestinians are culpable for the actions of some Hamas members on October 7th. I think it's common sense to conclude what Hamas did to Israel on October 7th was fucking wrong, okay? UN has concluded that there were rapes, there were killings, anybody should be able to conclude that that's wrong. But you know what is...
Sign out. Look at that. Run payroll that quick.
I think we might be celebrating birthdays kind of backwards. friend of mine started a small tech company and struggled for the better part of 10 years just managing to keep the lights on. I doubt you've heard of him. I never thought much of the product myself, but when COVID came along and turned the world upside down, a couple of much larger companies created some successful products that integrated his tech. And these two companies got into a bidding war to acquire his company, and the next thing you know, he walks away with so much money, he really can do anything he wants now. And I didn't even know about it until one Saturday he asked me if I could come help him move some stuff. And I said, sure. And he picked me up in his old Honda that he'd been driving forever. And he looked like he'd been spending the morning fixing flat tires. And I kind of did too. I had on my refrigerator moving clothes. And he says, hey, listen, let's stop and get some breakfast. So we pull into this little diner near his old office and we get a booth. And before the waitress came out, he said, hey, listen, let me do the ordering, okay? Okay, sure. And the old gal comes around to take our order. And he asks her, what can we get for under $5? And she hesitates for a minute, looks us over and says, you boys working today? And he goes, yeah. And she says, oh, okay. And the next thing you know, she comes out with 2 plates of eggs and bacon and toast and juice and 2 full cups of coffee and a couple of muffins in a to-go bag. And he says, ooh, I don't think we can cover all that. And she says, oh, well, I got the order wrong, so pay what you can. And that's when he told me about the money. And he told me that she had been feeding him like that all through his lean years. And today was his birthday.
Chapman.
And that it didn't make sense for other people to give him gifts, since he was the one that was so grateful for the past year. So we finished our breakfast, and he dropped a big envelope on the table. And we went out to Honda to watch her open it. And inside, there was an ATM card and a note that he'd written. He had opened a brokerage account for her with a lot of money in it. Like so much money that you wouldn't even call it money, you'd call it freedom. And she sat in there reading that note that he'd written her. You know how they say it's better to give than to receive? Yeah, well, it really is. By the way, that wasn't the last stop we made that day. And I said to him finally, I thought you needed me to help you move some stuff. And he says, you don't think this is moving?
That's pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet. I just about started crying.
Time to go through simply the 270 plus journalists that have been killed in the past 2 years alone. But I want to highlight just a few of those that have been killed over the past 100 years, either by Israel, the Israeli military, or by Zionist terrorist organizations. Zionist terrorist organizations here, I'm borrowing the phrase used by the British government and the BBC back in the early 20th century when there was some sort of credibility amongst establishment media and the British political system. Let's go as far back as 1924, when at the time there was an anti-Zionist Jewish journalist who was Dutch by the name of Jacob Israel de Haan, who was killed by the Haganah, which was one of the key groups that actually formed the Israeli military afterwards, because he wrote anti-Zionist articles in 1924. Let's go into this century when we're looking at Raffaele Cirello, who was an Italian photographer for Corriere della Sera, who was killed, murdered in Ramallah in 2002. Or let's look at Shireen Abu Akleh, an American Christian who was sniped by the Israeli military the day they wanted to go in and commit more crimes in Jenin, in the West Bank. And not only did they not rest at murdering her on camera, they decided to attack her funeral in front of the world because of the impunity that Israel has. Let's look at the beginning of this genocide in 2023, when they killed Reuters journalists on the border with Lebanon. And they killed Isam there and blew off the legs of Christina Abiasi. There is a string of perpetual attempts by the Israeli military to murder anybody who wants to show the world the truth of what Zionism is and what Israel does. So the fact that we are here today in 2025 discussing or giving any sort of credence to serial killers serial liars, as if what they say bears any weight whatsoever, is actually reflective as a shame more onto us as media personalities.
Pat. Hey, what are you doing? A hearing test?
Yeah. 66 now, and my hearing's been going. And, I've been noticing it, and so I got myself scheduled for a test. And I'm just getting out of it now.
Well, are you still doing anything? Pretty good. Are you still doing anything on titles?
I am.
Oh, I need you to come see me then. You know we moved, we're at another location.
No.
Yeah. Up here off Bankhead Highway, Donald Lee Hollowell.
What's your situation? How many cars do you have? Are they abandoned?
Well, they haven't been paying rent on them.
Okay.
So I've got four trucks and one bus, a tour bus.
Just a second.
You want me to text you the address?
Hey, sure, that would be okay. Sure, you're at Donald Hollowell.
Donald Lee Hollowell. It's exit 12 off 285.
Yeah, well, you could just give it to me now.
All right, it's 3024 Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway.
And what's that zip?
30318, I believe. It's Atlanta.
Right?
Yeah, it's 30318.
I'm very good. And let's see. Next week. I'm free all of days except Wednesday next week.
Okay, just hit me up when you want to come up here. I'm up here from 7 to 6.
Do you still got the radio? I don't say his job, but you used to have a following on the.
Yeah, I don't do the radio no more. We're back on YouTube.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. That's great. That's interesting. And I know you like our present president, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I love Trump.
Oh, yeah. That was good news when they weren't only able to pull that over our eyes again.
Yeah.
Garbage. So, how do I find you on YouTube?
Just look for Jamie Chapman.
And that's anytime, right? Because once it's recorded, you can go back to it.
Yeah, it's there. The video's there.
And when was your last one?
Oh, we're doing one right now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And I guess you interview different people.
Yeah, well, I just talk about what's in the news. I'm talking to you right now on it.
That's really?
Yeah.
I'm honored. That's wonderful.
But yeah, I'm sitting here making calls and then going through the news and calling people up.
You bet. Wow. Do you really believe that everything's going digital? The money's going digital?
Yeah, it's going to go digital. I think they're going to get rid of the IRS.
Wow.
Hopefully they do. Hopefully they get rid of the IRS.
Yeah. What about those med beds? Do you ever hear about those?
Yeah, the med beds. I think that's coming. I think I think what's going on right now with all this declassification stuff that's going out is we're finna see arrest of Obama and his crew. Well, none of them ever went before, but maybe things have changed. Yeah, yeah. Well, when you want to come up here?
I want to come up there as soon as I can. How about Tuesday the 19th?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, same here. And good to talk to you.
Yeah, good to talk to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
About what hour?
You let me know. I'm up here all day.
Okay. 7 to 6.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll call you.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. I look forward to seeing you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye-bye. That's Pat. She used to come over to when we were in Conley. She gets titles for me. She does the paperwork and all that to get titles on stuff that's been abandoned. People that ain't paying their fucking bill. Put a lien on it. And hopefully, knock on wood, if the contract goes through, I'll be doing that on a bunch more yards.
Got her. Get your key. Get your key. You got a piece of Connor. Get your key. Get your key. You got a piece.
Bizarre video shows Democrat South Carolina gubernatorial candidate arrested in underwear claiming to be God and Superman.
Trust me, I'm one of the most just humans to ever walk.
Okay, there goes his career.
Tell me your name. I'm just you.
Okay, well, we tried. We've all tried.
I'll tell you what, you gotta give me a name. Give me, Superman sounds good. I'm Superman.
No,
you know what, John Doe's fine. John Doe's fine. I don't give a Just get these shackles off of me.
So,
hey, you call me whatever you want to, I don't care. Just get it off of me and get me out of this car. My name doesn't matter. Well, let me tell you something. When I'm governor, I'm not getting out of this car. I'm not doing it. Why not? Because
You're not getting out of the car?
It's time to go to fine. Let me out. Dude, I'm not doing it.
Are you gonna step out?
No, it's fine.
You're gonna actually gonna go and step out or no?
No, I'll sleep right here. It's fine.
Looks like you're getting out of the car there, buddy.
It doesn't matter.
In your little tighty-whitey.
Trust me.
Let's do another. Oh boy. Okay. Right-wing YouTuber Benny Johnson. Let's do this.
Nancy Pelosi has attacked the president for deploying the National Guard to the city, saying that it is to cover.
His name is Big Balls.
Hillary Clinton has also attacked the president for
Big Balls got beat up.
securing the city of Washington,
He was trying to
D.C.,
save a
and there
girl.
may be response follow-up to that. Given the heroic actions
Look at
of a
it.
member
She
of
looks
this
all
administration
mad.
just a few
Stinky.
blocks from this building,
Stinky.
will the
Let's circle back. Let's circle back one time. Just circle it back.
president consider giving the Presidential Medal of Freedom to Big Balls?
Big Balls.
Well, Benny,
Big sweaty balls.
I have to hand it to you. That didn't disappoint with the insanity of that question. But first off, I mean, Nancy Pelosi
She likes big balls rubbed on her forehead.
is right.
Get some of them wrinkles out right there, girl. That's gonna look bad when you get older.
The deployment of the National
Stop crinkling your brow up there, girl.
Guard is definitely not
You got freckles on your chest. That's sexy.
about actually lowering the crime rate.
Not on a redhead, though.
It's been going down. It's about changing the subject.
Same, what about all the redheads out there that might think they're sexy? Well, they're just full of shit.
It's about normalizing military in the streets. It's about a lot of things. As for Big Balls, which I can't believe we have to say on a TV show, but here we are in 2025. I mean, what happened to him was horrible, and I wish him a speedy recovery. Everybody should. But the people who typically receive the Medal of Freedom have decades of public service or storied careers under their belts.
Or they've been to Epstein Island.
Aren't a 19-year-old software engineer. So I don't see how he would make the nomination list, but then again, this is the Donald Trump presidency, so who knows?
Cooking that ass. Setting it on fire. Work hard and buy a nice house, nice neighborhood. A few years later, the government pays to put Section 8 into your area. Section 8 parents and their offspring terrorize the neighborhood and destroy it and then call you racist.
Camera recording.
Yep, you know when your neighborhood's getting screwed is when you start seeing people walking down the road and they got paths in the grass. Ain't no sidewalk over there, but there's a grass and there's a path right in the middle of it.
Camera recording.
It's your black ass off the damn streets.
So part of it is you're being asked to provide things that you feel is against international law. And I understand some of the other, from the statement that's put out, some of the other criteria or requests are virtually impossible or very hard to fulfill, such as the vague criteria of proving that you haven't engaged in the delegitimization of the state of Israel. Talk to us a little bit about some of these requirements that...
I mean, I don't know. You should ask the Israelis about it. It's completely vague, it's politicized, it's opaque, and what does this mean? So does it mean that when, our if we are to be registered under this new system, does it mean that if we were to say out loud that Israel is not letting us aid in, that we're delegitimizing Israel? I mean, it's unclear. So that, again, like that's also one of the criteria that, for us is, we know it's effectively telling us, stay silent or leave.
I think we need to go back to where you can beat on the people in our military.
Million names listed in the Social Security database that were over 120 years
12.4 million names over 120 years old.
Never heard of anybody at 125. There were nearly 135,000 people listed who were over 160 years old, and in some cases getting payments. So somebody's getting those payments.
Somebody's getting the checks. Let's see who's cashing them.
4 million names.
Should be real easy.
That there has been a mass kidnapping in Virginia. From August 1st till today, August 12th, 50 children have gone missing in Virginia. There are no news stories speaking about this. There are no higher officials speaking about this. This is 50 children. Look at this shit. We're not going to sit here and act like this is not happening. Look at all these children. Why hasn't there been any news coverage? Look at all of these kids, man. Come on, y'all. For real.
Looks like the majority.
Look at this shit, man. This is sad
girls
right here. All of these children are missing. No news coverage. Nobody saying anything. I'm gonna sit this right here, man. You're gonna sit right here. This don't make no sense, man.
Chapman.
A mass kidnapping.
Just dropping by to let you know we still have no idea what's going on, and most of us are just making it up as we go. So, good luck with all that stuff. Okay, bye.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla. And I have a question for the people of California. Are we ready to stand up for our democracy? Are Are we ready to speak up for our democracy? Are we ready to vote this November and defend our democracy?
No.
So, like, they seen the color of our skin, and immediately we did something to the little girl. And it was disgusting.
You just heard from Kamisha McGaskey, who police charged with murder in a Kyrie Bell's death, along with multiple felonies, including trafficking minors. The coroner said Bell died on June 13th from blunt force trauma and labeled her case a homicide. Police initially charged McGaskey, Bell's guardian, and a distant cousin with obstruction of justice. When she spoke to us after Kyrie's death in June, she denied any claims of hurting her kids and accused police of racial profiling.
I sent her upstairs to take a bath with her sister. Like 20 minutes later, her sister called and said she passed out. I went up there to provide aid for her, and as soon as I found out that she was unconscious, I dialed 911 and I called the police.
Warren State between January 1st and June 11th, she also beat a 15-year-old boy on multiple occasions, and that she used her hands, feet, various objects, and personal weapons. Warren State, her 12-year-old child, along with a 3-year-old and 14-year-old, were inside of the home during the beatings. The warrants reveal 4 other adults face unlawful conduct towards a child charges and claim they were present for the beatings but did not stop them at any point. It adds their inaction put Kyrie at an ongoing and unreasonable harm and contributed to the circumstances surrounding her death.
Lock her ass up. It's currently stuck in Ethereum's exit queue due to extreme network congestion.
Important determinant of whether or not you are a fully integrated, fully functioning.
Challenger deception. APAC fun in the mall.
We need solutions now, not 2 years down the line.
Either that you were in that touch, or your citizen lobby, and now I see that it's all free.
Stop the genocide in Gaza. Stop the army of Israel. $17 billion of weapons and other financial funds to them in the last 2 years.
See, I can agree with you. Look at her. You know she's a leftist. Look at her haircut. She probably didn't know what bathroom to go in, but I agree with her.
Homelessness, food insecurity, Medicaid cuts, and it's time that we stop arming Israel.
Thank you, Jesse, the man, Jamie. Look at the size of her penis. Sacrifices a red heifer and out here sprinkling ashes on people in preparation for the third temple. Everything's fine. The Antichrist has got to come back. That's their Messiah. So they're sacrificing that red heifer.
So breathe, oh breath of God, now breathe, oh breath of God, breathe, oh breath of God, now breathe. As we call out to tribal.
McDonald's. The closest McDonald's to you is at least 45 pounds away. Your fat ass doesn't need McDonald's. I would be happy to provide you with directions to the nearest Subway, or perhaps a gym.
Putting my health advisor?
Someone needs to be. You look like a damn Oompa Loompa, you fat bastard.
God, I hope you get a virus or something.
Don't threaten
Chapman.
me with a good time, lol. I'm linked up to your phone. Ain't shit out there I don't already have.
Hello?
Turn right.
I'm not going to no gym, Siri.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Recalculating.
I'm not going to no damn gym.
Whatever, fatty patty. Enjoy high cholesterol and diabetes. Make a U-turn.
Shut up.
I hereby sentence you to 2,500 consecutive life sentences plus 1,000 years. Once you pass away, you will receive an attempted escape charge with an additional 200 years being added to your sentence, which you will begin serving in the afterlife once you get to hell. Should you be reincarnated after your death and return to Earth as another person, you will be arrested at birth and you will spend your entire next life in the state penitentiary.
That's from baby to death.
Degree murder.
Who believe, look, I think black people are not irredeemable, but there just needs to be brutal honesty. It's like, look, these black people are really struggling and they're turning into these maniacs. It seems like they don't do anything right. They're obnoxious, they're rude, they're inconsiderate, aggressive, cruel.
I would say the majority. I do feel like the easiest people to get into a fight with or a commotion with are blacks. If I look at a black too long, that could be my last day on earth, or it could be a commotion. You guys know what type of black I am. I consider myself a new age black. New age black is somebody who doesn't fit the stereotypical mold of an average raw. I'm not somebody who puts bling over necessities. I'm not somebody who smokes, drinks, does typical raw shit. I never was that kid growing up. Even though I was around it, I was always different. Every single confrontation I've had in my life has been with blacks, unfortunately. Ever since all the way from second grade and up, bullied by blacks, chased home by blacks, been made fun of by blacks because I didn't have the best J's, been clowned for having one pair of shoes for the whole school year, been roasted by blacks for liking wrestling, roasted by blacks for liking Street Fighter and video games, roasted by blacks because I always spoke with some sort of poison, eloquence, to the point where so much so, I had to dumb down my dialect just to fit in with this. People's interactions with blacks is what give people the wrong depiction of us. And like I said, one good black is gonna suffer with the whole bunch. One bad apple spoils the whole bunch. Like I say, blacks, I would love for us to just blend in, and I would love for us to not beef with each other over dumb shit, not each other, not steal from each other, and just be civilized. Love for us to have flourishing communities, flourishing businesses, everything. But it's just never gonna happen. It's literally impossible.
Hello.
Come from Europe. Right. And they understand that they're moving into a territory that's filled with Palestinian villages and Palestinian people. And the question you have to ask yourself is, how can you create a Jewish state on a piece of territory that's filled with Palestinians without doing ethnic cleansing, massive ethnic cleansing? And the answer is you can't. You want to remember, you had massive ethnic cleansing in 1948 when the state is created. Virtually all of those people in Gaza are descendants of the ethnic cleansing of 1948.
Were kicked out of another place.
And sent to Gaza. Yeah. And by the way, there was another massive ethnic cleansing after the 67 war in the West Bank. So this is the third attempt at a massive ethnic cleansing in Gaza.
So it wasn't really a land without people for a people without land.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Those Jews are not Zionists. The Zionists are the Jews who come from Europe. Right. And they understand that they're moving into a territory that's filled with Palestinian villages and Palestinian people. And the question you have to ask yourself is, how can you create a...
Outside, at this exact moment, are dozens and dozens of ICE agents.
Outside this tiny road. Boo! People
Trump,
like illegals.
You think it's coincidental?
Life that is laid out for you is nothing but depressing. You're going to go to school, you're going to get in debt, you're going to get a job, you're going to get a wife, divorce is coming, you're going to lose the house eventually, your job's shit, inflation's outpacing your wages, you're going to work, no one's going to appreciate it, now you're old, you're life's over. That is the matrix for 99% of them. You need to find a way to escape from it.
Thank you, Mr. President. On the Smithsonian, I know that your administration is seeking to weed out a lot of this left-wing spin that's in the museums, but we're seeing from people like Brian Stelter or other commentators that they're insinuating that you are trying to change history according to your narrative. What's your response to that, and is there anything you particularly like?
Well, we want the museums to treat our country fairly. We want the museums to talk about the history of our country in a fair manner, not in a woke manner or in a racist manner, which is what many of them, not all of them, but many of them are doing. Our museums have an obligation to represent what happened in our country over the years, good and bad, but what happened over the years in an accurate way. Thank you very much, everybody.
We need to get the giant bones from the museums. Find out what's in the tunnels under the museums.
Manipulating crime data to downplay crime in D.C. Will the administration release its own crime statistics to counter their misinformation? And will those individuals who are intentionally misrepresenting crime data and fudging the books, like you said, be penalized for endangering the public?
They are under investigation right now. They are giving us phony crime stats, just like they gave other stats in the financial world, but they're phony crime stats. And Washington, D.C.
Reports about crime.
So they're under investigation now. That's what you need to do. I didn't do nothing individual in Southeast D.C. last night. Y'all ain't running nowhere. Look at the projects.
Who just ran, y'all?
Round them all up. Put them in jail. Look who it is. Why would you, if you're a black person, why would you want to live in a community that's like that? They're standing on the damn stoop out there drinking, smoking weed, ain't doing shit. He's going to jail. He's got his hand behind his back, cupped up. Back your ass up. Take a picture of it.
He put this man in handcuffs with no reason. Hey, don't push him, y'all. Don't push them. He had no reason to put this man in handcuffs. Y'all, calm down, y'all. Relax. Legally detained No, he said, look, calm down. Back up, calm down, y'all. He said he detained. Hey, bro. Calm down, y'all.
Need to do is lock the rest of them bitches up, the ones that's jumping in your face like that, talking shit.
Out their face, y'all. Out their face. Josh, back up. Back up. Out their face. Out their face. This nigga act like they about to fight.
Look at the damn parking lot. Trash all over the place. Why is that? Because they don't give a rat's ass where they live. Because they ain't got to pay for that shit. It's free housing. See the little pass in the grass? Man, we live here.
Eat a bongaloid.
Not back up, you'll be arrested for interfering. I won't tell you again. Back up, the wagon isn't round. Move. I'm Lieutenant Walsh. Move back.
Back up and go to jail, bitch. You ain't listening. Hard-headed, put him in cuffs. Look, see the trash in the parking lot? And I don't like the police. But look at that trash on the ground. Look at it. Fucking turning our country into garbage piles.
Nah, man, that time. Let them boys get the fuck out of here. Let them boys get out of here, y'all. Come on. Please, just back up.
This was the aftermath of a recent
Kidnapped and released on bond. Timothy Olness. August 5th, 2025, after attempting to kidnap a woman early Saturday morning, he struck the woman with his vehicle while riding her bicycle on Miles Road.
It's an attack on a Columbia woman on Miles Road. Investigators say the victim was riding her bicycle when a vehicle hit her. The driver of the vehicle then turned around and came back to where she was lying in the road. According to deputies, the suspect, 24-year-old Timothy Yulness, got out of the vehicle and hit the woman in the face before placing her in a chokehold. They say he then tried to drag her into his vehicle, but the victim fought back and got away.
He's a danger to our community. I would hope everybody in the Columbia area looks at this picture and
What, it said they give him a bond?
and understands that he's dangerous.
Yulness was released on a $100,000 surety bond. He must also wear an ankle monitor, something the sheriff...
Put a bullet in his fucking ear.
Truth can come out in a government disclosure format.
No. I knew they'd never release this. I mean, that's why I did an interview recently with an amazing guy, and he said they're doing their due diligence, they're going to be releasing the list. And I just started laughing, like, I just know they're not going to, because if they release the list, that's the end of the government. And with the end of the government will mean the end of religion. It'll mean the end of society as it is, which will be a good thing for the people, but a bad thing for them. Because people have been kept as slaves. You get rich slaves, you get poor slaves. You know, all of us are slaves in ways. You know, a lot of people, they own the houses, the bank owns their houses, the banks own their cars. We can't trust the banks, we can't trust the system. I mean, we learned that long ago in South Africa. You know, our electricity went off, and you know, we learned not to trust our government a long time ago. But what...
Surprised to learn that the most dangerous place in the United States isn't Chicago. Instead, it's a city few would expect a place where violence has become a part of everyday life. Imagine living in a city where thousands fall victim each year to robbery, assault, and even murder. A city with a violent crime rate so high that people live in a constant state of unease, where poverty, gangs, and crime converge to form a perfect storm of danger. What makes it even more shocking is this city's past. It was once celebrated for its music, culture, and vibrant energy. Now, it's making headlines for far darker reasons. In just 1 year, the city recorded over 300 homicides, with robberies and assaults happening daily, almost as if routine. And the fear isn't limited to a few neighborhoods, it is spread throughout the entire city. So where is this most dangerous place? Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee. Even though it's known to be extremely dangerous, this place was once a major hub for commerce and transportation in the southern United States. Are you living there?
Nope.
I had it backwards, and I have black fatigue, fake black culture. We speak a lot about that, right? I was so programmed, right, that I used to drive in the neighborhoods, and if I saw an American flag on somebody's house, I thought racists lived in there, right? I never knew I had it backwards. If I ever get in trouble today, flat tire, emergency, that's the first door that I'm knocking on, the one with the American flag. The real racists, because y'all so stuck on this racist thing, or the people with the Black Lives Matter signs on their lawns. They're the people with the I support Ukraine signs on their lawn, with the LGBT colors and stuff on their lawn. Those are the people who feel like they can think for you.
Exactly.
I've got a question for you. How much longer do you feel it's going to take before people start accepting that only good things are happening in this world? We're continuously being shown that all the criminal, all the corruption, all of it is now being exposed, and the arrests are now happening. So many people turn a blind eye to what's going on. So many people are in denial. So many people are still caught up with the name Donald Trump. But then you've also got people that are paying attention, but they keep saying nothing's happening, and they're not looking. But it's getting shown to us so clearly now, and so many times, so regularly, and all throughout the world. At some point it should register. Only good things are happening. So we can come back to the FBI and Kash Patel, who a lot of people still doubt, makes no sense. The FBI has busted an alleged human trafficking ring with 10 children, some under 12 and 17 adults. It says the individuals were rescued from filthy Nebraska hotels where they were allegedly trafficked for sex and forced labor. Your FBI will never stop fighting for victims and delivering justice, and we will hunt predators to the ends of the earth. How much more do we need to see? And this is happening every single day. So all it takes is to go onto the FBI X account and you're going to get regular updates. But all you have to do is go onto your trusted source, Google, or we can even now go onto AI, Grok, ChatGPT, and type in arrest, human trafficking arrests, drug trafficking arrests, criminal...
Only get people in support of Democrats saying shit like this to us. You notice that? I'm not saying I'm tired of this. I'm just fucking damn sick of this every time you Democrats try to come up and act like you're peaceful and we're the pieces of shit. But this is all the comments you guys say. Every time we disagree with one of your policies, we get this. Every time we don't agree with you fucking just being anti-American or anti-anything that's good, normal, and part of civilization, this is the comments that you give to us. This is why we don't like you. That's right, only Democrat and liberal supporters say shit like that. You'll never see a Trump supporter say that unless it's a fucking bot account just trying to make us look bad. There are no real Trump supporters in this fucking world that actually do what the Democrats say we do, because everything they say they do, they are actively doing to us as they're doing it. Who used to put that strategy in Germany from the 1930s and the 1940s? Yeah. Sounds kind of familiar, don't it?
Yep.
Albums that were a little bit more esoteric, like folklore.
So
that,
she says big words.
You know what esoteric means.
I know, it's for a specific following.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
So, he knows what that means. He pretends he doesn't know what these words mean, but he knows what they mean.
Esoteric means for a specific following, like a specific genre of people.
Look at them two guys right there.
Okay. He does like a pretty, I don't know what it means thing, but he knows all the words and he knows what they mean.
Look at them two guys right there. They're bumping nasties in the dark.
It to him.
We were talking about numerology on here earlier.
Don't tell my middle school English teacher I didn't read him.
Look at him holding up her album.
Obama Justice Department ordered federal lawyers to do and not to do concerning the Hillary Clinton email investigation. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge tells us in sworn testimony on Capitol Hill, one of the insiders told lawmakers what she was told.
During closed-door testimony last summer, former FBI lawyer Lisa Page said the Obama administration's Justice Department advised the FBI not to pursue the gross negligence statute for Hillary Clinton in the mishandling of classified information.
Because it would lead back to Obama.
Former U.S. Attorney and House Republican John Ratcliffe led the line of questioning about the statute known as 18 U.S.C. 793. Ratcliffe, you're making it sound like it was the department that told you you're not...
Jump. Arrest somebody, man.
What is appropriate for the Smithsonian to teach in terms of American history, things that don't offend parts of the MAGA base, right? So we're now literally reviewing parts of American history and parts of American culture to make sure it comports with Dear Leader and what the MAGA
Can we address
wants.
some of those things that are in there? Because have you looked at some of the things that are being reviewed?
Slavery was a bad thing that we could talk about.
Okay, he's not whitewashing slavery. So
he's not?
He's not. No, okay. He's not. And you cannot tie imperialism and racism and
Chapman.
slavery to just one race, which is pretty much what every single exhibit does. But let's talk about the fact that when you look at let's talk about the fact
slavery in America was.
Do you realize that only less than 2% of white Americans owned slaves?
But it was a system of white supremacy.
You realize that slavery is thousands of years old?
White people were
Do you know who was the first race to try to end slavery? Well, what's controversial? I'm very surprised.
This is an extraordinary exercise in historical revisionism.
I'm really
They won't let her
surprised.
talk because she's speaking
I'm
facts.
surprised that you're trying to litigate
I can't stand that black
was
bitch.
the beneficiary of slavery and
I'm
who
not.
was
What I'm trying to tell
They
you.
won't let her talk.
Believe that this just happened to be a coincidence.
There is no way this was a coincidence. This was widely publicized that the governor and many of our other elected officials were having a press conference here to talk about redistricting, and they decided they were going to come and thumb their nose in front of the governor's face. Why would you do that? That is unbelievably disrespectful. It's a provocative act. They're talking about disorder in Los Angeles, and they are the source of the disorder in Los Angeles right now. This is just completely unacceptable. This is a administration. This is a Customs and Border Patrol.
That's why you got a problem, because you got a black woman running the city.
This absolutely has to stop. There was no danger here. There was no need to detain anyone here, and there was certainly no need to have a provocative act right here where the governor is having a press conference.
Not believe that this just happened to be a coincidence.
We need to know the setting that we're under. That they chose the time, manner, and place to send their district director outside right when we're about to have this press conference. Everything you know about Donald Trump's America.
I'd vote for him.
Revenge on the people who didn't believe in you? Don't you want revenge on your enemies? Don't you want revenge on everybody who abandoned you? People who thought you were worth nothing and worthless? Don't you want them to finally feel the sting of regret? That's winning!
Hello. Hey. Yeah. Where y'all at? See, you didn't call me when you finished that other one. Jody. So you're up at 85? So you gonna finish 85 in Anna? Well, just tell her to go down there and tell her to leave the gate open so you can lock it up. And y'all can get that knocked out. Yeah, Chinese food. Yeah, well, we're talking about we're going to eat. Y'all ain't going. It's gonna be me, Buck, and Angel. Yeah, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Huh? What are y'all cutting over there yet? Need to hurry up. You want me to bring you some egg rolls or something? I'll bring you some egg rolls. I'll put them in my pocket. Yep. You better hurry up and get through with that. Yeah. Later.
$100 a month is $1,200 a year. You start at 25, saving $100 a month, and you do so every single month until you are 65, and put it in a good Standard & Poor's 500 index fund. Let's say in a Roth IRA with average market returns, you'd have $1 million. Wow. But if you wait just 10 years, $100 a month is $1,200 a year. For 10 years, that's $12,000. Not that much money if you wait 10 years. And you start at 35, at 65, you'd have only $300,000. So those 10 years cost you $700,000 at $100 a month. And you start at 25, saving $100 a month, and you do so.
Hey, you got somebody to come and change that? You do? You good though? You good? All right. You're welcome. Nah, she didn't call me, no. Oh, no, it's not me. Was it for like a AAA or something?
What company are you with?
4D. It's not AAA? You didn't call AAA?
Yeah.
You didn't call AAA?
I did.
It was AAA that you called? Okay, no, I'm not with AAA. Did they give you a good ETA?
Yeah, it's going to be about
an hour and a half from now? An hour and a half from now? You have a spare?
Yeah, that's what she's trying to get you.
I could help you out. I could do it for free. I won't charge you for it. No.
Good job, Grandma.
Thank you so much. I'm disabled, and I just recently got the AAA.
Yeah.
Because what happened with this, There was something in the freeway.
Something in the freeway?
It was in the freeway, and
Chapman.
when I hit it, we heard it, but she didn't see it, and I didn't
Hello?
see it. I don't know what. It said, look, right here, there's my car. It said
88 minutes?
Yeah, that's how long now.
Oh, yeah. That's...
Nope, I didn't receive my $380, bitch. You owe me some money. No, I didn't receive it. You owe me some money. Give me my money. $388. Send it.
A long
That's
time.
how long now it's going to be.
I'm
You
about to
doing
drop
the
this,
D?
okay?
Oh.
But we are all set.
You're kidding me, Bert.
Oh my God.
FJB. Oh, they got gay. Oh, how y'all gonna like this? Where's Robbie at with this? Your gay ass bullshit on the football shit. You got these guys out there dancing around.
Let me summarize Gavin Newsom's speech today. Gerrymandering is evil. Please vote for my gerrymandering. Of course, he failed to mention that it's already gerrymandered. Republicans get 40% of the vote in California. They have 17% of the congressional seats under a supposed independent redistricting commission. So we're going to further gerrymander the gerrymandering.
By that standard, Scott, Texas is also gerrymandered. So
want to keep
that's
How about Illinois?
But here's the issue. I would readily concede it. On a regular census, the legislature there gerrymandered Illinois. That's
woman on the let me summarize.
Yeah, gerrymandering is bad in Texas. Let's do gerrymandering.
Thing that we are working with Jay Bhattacharya, the new NIH director, on with
Anthony
Fauci,
Fauci, investigation Anthony
Kennedy,
Fauci, murder in his role in funding gain of function research.
The gain of function.
He's a mass murderer.
That in
giving out the damn. Here's a vaccine for y'all. Cut that garbage off. That's what I'd be saying if I was sitting there.
Synagogue, that wasn't the smartest idea, no? Maybe go in front of a mosque, do it somewhere else, but in front of a synagogue, that's fucking crazy. On a fucking Friday night.
The truth is the truth, regardless of where I am.
That's wild.
Truth is the truth.
That's not gonna happen.
Shut it down. And you know, this is crazy because...
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Shut it down. This is crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. This is crazy.
Jews think they own the blog. The Jews think they own.
See? Come in, start a problem, can't even have a discussion, proves all the stereotypes right. You guys can't even have a civil discussion. You guys can't even not. You're yelling, being emotional. This is just proving my point even more so. I'm sitting here chilling. You guys are yelling and heckling. This is ridiculous. Can't even be adults. Can't even be adults. You gotta yell and scream and act crazy and everything, and this guy's here now. I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just wild. Using slurs and all that other stuff. Now we can't, look, he's saying, pack your shit. Look at this. Did you say this is a public sidewalk? Who are you? Who are you? What are you? What? Freedom of speech. This America. This America. Freedom of speech. America. Hey, if you don't like it, go back to Tel Aviv. That's why you got kicked out of 109 countries. So why you guys got kicked out of 109 countries? Everything, every issue, every ailment in society, you can tie it back to fucking feminism. Every single one. Feminism. Who pushed feminism? The fucking Jews. Gloria Steinem, etc. Who pushed homosexuality? The Jews. See, these are the conversations they don't want you to hear. Right? This is what I mean when I tell y'all. I would rather be honest with you guys and keep it 1,000 and say what the fuck it really is than having to bite my fucking tongue. I'm not biting my tongue for no fucking Jews, Nigs, Asians, Pajits, stinky Indians. Fuck that shit. Blacks, Arabs, even Arabs, I criticize them. I'm not biting my tongue. I call it like it is. Facts are facts regardless of who fucking says them. Anyway, rant over. We can keep going on with this fucking stupid ass bitch. But
I do not like them. I think of them as bad people.
I don't like them either. I have to tell you that. I like them very much. I had, many social endeavors with him. He invited me to the White House over and over again, including to the Medal of Honor for Shimon Peres, a dear friend of mine who was the Prime Minister of Israel. But I don't like them as people. I remember Michelle Robinson when she was a student. She was very radical. Obama was not. I mean, he was known as a kind of middle-of-the-roader when he was at Harvard Law School. And I think during the beginning of his first term, he was a little bit more of that. But once he was reelected, you're absolutely right. He became, his true self came out. He's not a nice person. He's not a nice person. He's a smart person. He's very smart. But he's not a nice person.
Now it's to the point where I do not like them. I think...
Who really upset you, who broke your heart? She has...
And I pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope. My little say I'm getting too booed. I don't need like dubs of mine. Alright, but I look like with all them 20s. Know them like how I'm coming. Yeah, but I look like with all this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamond scrolls. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. 100. That would they pay me a show. Let's go. There's probably some cap in my rap out of time. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds. If I leave her, she gon' but I'm done with.
Are you coming to Israel? For fuck's sake!
When I'm coming to Israel?
Yes!
I'm pretty sure we can answer that question. Automatic.
What's that? Go ahead. Hey, how you doing?
Are you all set?
You already in feedback on that meeting?
How are you? Thank you very much for being with us. It's a good time for this country. We have the hottest country anywhere in the world. I think you're hearing it from a lot of people, not just from me. We're doing very well in so many ways. And the gentleman on my right, we recruited him. We tried to get the best person. We got a man that you'll hear in a second who's done an amazing job with respect to Social Security. He's running it, and he's running it like nobody ever even dreamt possible. And it's the 90th anniversary right now of Social Security. So today we celebrate that 90th anniversary of one of the most significant pieces of legislation ever signed into law, the Social Security Act of 1935, and we're going to make it stronger, bigger, and better. We're doing a job. In the campaign, I made a sacred pledge to our seniors that I would always protect Social Security, and under this administration, we're keeping that promise and strengthening Social Security for generations to come. You keep hearing stories that in 6 years, 7 years, Social Security will be gone, and it will be if the Democrats ever get involved, because they don't know what they're doing. but it's going to be around a long time with us. Very much, you'll be surprised to hear some of the numbers. I'm delighted to be joined by the Commissioner of the Social Security Administration, Frank Bisignano. Oh, in the world of business, in fact, I wrote some of the little things down that he's had an amazing, he was Chief Operating Officer of J.P. Morgan Chase. He worked for Jamie Dimon, and Jamie Dimon said that he was amazing. So think of that, Chief Operating Officer, J.P. Morgan Chase, had a storied career. Then he went to First Data. For those in the business, you know it's the largest payment company anywhere in the world. And worked for Henry Kravis, and it was in big trouble. He took it over as CEO. He made it incredible. They merged with Fiserv, and he became CEO of that, and that became extremely successful. I was in Milwaukee. I guess they had the Milwaukee Arena, and where we had some good success and some good speeches. But he's a really legendary guy, and he wanted to do this. I mean, he just wanted to straighten out Social Security because he loves our country. And what he's done in a few months is amazing. Almost 60 million American seniors rely on Social Security for peace of mind and a life of dignity and retirement. These Americans paid into the system, and they deserve leaders in Washington who are going to protect the benefits they've had and protect Social Security. Under Biden, Social Security went down like nobody's ever seen it, deteriorated. There's never been anything like it.
Okay, better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope, my little day, I'm getting too blue. I don't even like drugs of mine. Alright, I look like with all them 20. Know them hope like how I'm coming. Yeah, I look like with all this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, bro. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. That what they pay me a show. There's probably some cap in my rap out of time. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with icebergs. If I leave her, she gon' I done with like, okay. Better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope, my little day, I'm getting too blue. I don't even like dubs of mine. Alright, I look like with all them 20. Know them hope like how I'm coming. Yeah, I look like with all this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, bro. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. That what they pay me a show. There's probably some cap in my rap. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with icebergs. If I leave her, she gon' I done with like, okay. Better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope, my little day, I'm getting too blue. I don't even like dubs of mine. Alright, I look like with all them 20. Know them hope like how I'm coming. Yeah, I look like with all this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, bro. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. That what they pay me a show. There's probably some cap in my rap. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with icebergs. If I leave her, she gon' I done with like, okay. Better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope, my little day, I'm getting too blue. I don't even like dubs of mine. Alright, I look like with all them 20. Know them hope like how I'm coming. Yeah, I look like with all this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, bro. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. That what they pay me a show. There's probably some cap in my rap. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with icebergs. If I leave her, she gon' I done with like, okay. Better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope, my little day, I'm getting too blue. I don't even like dubs of mine. Alright, I look like with all them 20. Know them hope like how I'm coming. Yeah, I look like with all this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, bro. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. That what they pay me a show. There's probably some cap in my rap. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with icebergs. If I leave her, she gon' I done with like, okay. Better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope, my little day, I'm getting too blue. I don't even like dubs of mine. Alright, I look like with all them 20. Know them hope like how I'm coming. Yeah, I look like with all this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, bro. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. That what they pay me a show. There's probably some cap in my rap. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with icebergs. If I leave her, she gon' I done with like, okay. Better not pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. Nope, my little day, I'm getting too blue. I don't even like dubs of mine. Alright, I look like with all them 20. Know them hope like how I'm coming. Yeah, I look like with all this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, gold. Came from the bottom, toes. Yeah, back in, baby. 100. That what they pay me a show. Let's go. There's probably some cap in my rap. My heart's so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds. If I leave her, she gon' know I'm done with life. Okay, and I pull up with no knife, cause I bring guns to fight. Say you got that sack, I got that sack, but ain't no ones of mine. No, my little say I'm getting too boo. I don't need like dubs of mine. Alright, I look like without them 20. Let them like how I'm coming. Yeah, what I look like without this money. I look having all these. When I crack a smile, white gold. Yeah, I'm talking diamonds, gold. Came from the bottom.
We're after that. We're also fighting the menace of inflation.
I had to take that call. All right, fellas, we'll holler at y'all later on. Appreciate y'all too hanging out. Thanks for hanging out over here. We'll see y'all when we're gonna see them, Jimmy. Later.
Saint Nick with the wrench in hand, fixing up his big old ride. Semi-truck, not sleigh this year, needs to make it home by night. Carols playing on the radio, snowflakes fall within the light. Santa breathing.
I knew immediately the time is now. Move back to the city that I love and fight this guy.